What precisely occurred during the 3 days between Jesus' death and resurrection? Where did he go during this time? According to the accounts in the 4 Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Jesus was crucified for about 6 hours before his passing. In his final moments, he uttered the words, "It is finished," as documented in the book of John 19, verse 30. Following his death, his body remained on the cross briefly before being taken down and prepared for burial by Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, one of his followers. 3 days later, his body and spirit were reunited, and he rose from the dead. After his resurrection, he appeared to his disciples, beginning with Mary Magdalene, and then ascended into heaven. The exact events during the 3 days between his death and resurrection, often referred to as the harrowing of hell or the descent into hell, are not extensively described in the Bible. The Gospels primarily focus on the events leading up to Jesus' crucifixion and his resurrection. The period between his death and resurrection is more a topic of theological interpretations and traditions than explicit biblical narratives. One indication of Jesus' whereabouts during those 3 days can be found in his conversation on the cross. He was crucified next to 2 thieves, and one of them asked Jesus to remember him when he entered his kingdom. Jesus replied, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." Luke 23, verse 42. This suggests that after his death, Jesus went to paradise or heaven. This aligns with his declaration as he surrendered his spirit into the hands of God, indicating a place of bliss and eternal love, which is heaven. Another intriguing reference to Jesus' activities during these 3 days is found in 1 Peter 3, verse 18 to 20. It mentions that after being put to death in the body and made alive in the spirit, Jesus made a proclamation to imprisoned spirits, those who were disobedient in the time of Noah. The passage implies that Jesus went to hell or Hades and declared his victory over Satan and his hosts. These spirits could be fallen angels or other entities imprisoned for violating God's law. Additionally, Ephesians 4, verse 8 to 10 speaks of Jesus ascending on high, taking captives, and giving gifts to his people. This passage is interpreted to mean that after his victory on the cross, Jesus gathered the redeemed souls in paradise, such as Abraham, David, and others justified by faith, and brought them to their permanent dwelling in heaven. Another interpretation suggests that Jesus defeated spiritual enemies, including the devil, death, and the curse of sin during these 3 days. He then ascended victoriously to heaven, marking his triumph over these adversaries. It's crucial to note that the specific details of what transpired during those 3 days are not explicitly outlined in the Bible. Various Christian traditions have different perspectives on this matter. However, Jesus' statement to the thief on the cross, "Today you will be with me in paradise," provides confidence in the belief that he went to paradise after proclaiming his victory over death and completing his work of redemption.